I began with an idea of making a film about a family on a vacation, and I was interested in how particularly this group of people dealt with a certain crisis that came into their lives. So everyone is gathered for one day in the town of Sintra, Portugal, and each of the 9 family members come with their own story, and it's about intimacy, relationships, life and death. Joy, pleasure, all those things. I'm interested in people. So in a way you cast an actor, but you cast the person as well. And so I try to give them the opportunity to bring as much of themselves to the performance as possible. I don't rehearse with my actors before we start shooting. I just try to set up an environment where they have the text that they need and they have the other actors so they don't have to imagine very much. I'm not looking for transformation, I'm looking for transparency. I think I'm interested in intimacy and relationships and families and money and life and death, and these themes are really still the core of this story. So I think it will be familiar to people who know my other work. That said, it's a film about dislocation in a way. Everyone is not where they're from, and I think that brings a kind of freedom to a certain extent. The film is also constructed. It takes place in the course of one day, from the morning to the afternoon, and there's 10 stories to be told. So I think there's a certain kind of theatricality, maybe, which is a bit different than my other films. But I think people will find it familiar and new. Writing the script is a very rich and intimate process with my co-writer. We worked together for about 2 months, creating the shape of the film. And then he goes off and writes the first draft. And then I tend to write the last draft. So we go back and forth between us. It took about 6 months, maybe, to write the film. Because I think we really want our lives to seep into the story. So we don't go too fast so that we can be really reflecting. I mean, I'm working on a new film now, and I wake up and I take a shower and something comes to my mind. I take a note, and it has to do with some conversation I had today or yesterday. So I try to let the life in.